Prologue. It was dark only by stars and lighted at night, and the crystal blue eyes of a boy gazed up through the sky. How long you've been dead now, he thought, and a shadow crawled over his back. The dark shadow he made grew bigger and covered him in an unknown world. How could I get involved in this? Why? He stood up with the knowledge that he had deserved this. A wide grin and demonic eyes adorned his pale face. Slowly he walked over the hill. At the horizon, the shape of his wiry body disappeared. Chapter 1. Uncontrollable. SCOURGE's clock is ringing. Oh no, not again. He moaned, annoyed. He stopped the alarm and just went straight back to sleep. It does not bother him if he overslept. It's just another day of pain. His classmates annoyed him and treated SCOURGE as an outsider. Then his mom died of lung cancer. He just can't get over that. Guilt, hatred, and loneliness filled his heart. Sometimes it's so close to break, but then he tries to get himself up again. But then his father came into the room and spoke in a warning tone. "SCOURGE, oh my, the idleness is coming back again. Come on, be a good boy and get ready for school." SCOURGE looked to his father, who were apparently angry. So he stood up and got ready. Like always, he slipped in his pullover and in his jeans and ran to school. In school, nobody said good morning or hey to him, but he doesn't care about that anymore. He was alone, and that's a fact. Sometimes he wishes to have a girlfriend, but the chances are very low. Very low. He walked up to the stairs in the school building, and suddenly a loud "Yes, I'm coming" was called, and SCOURGE slammed directly into a girl. Both were lying on the floor. SCOURGE looked at the girl. She had long curly blue hair, which hung down in two plaits on the sides, and her blue eyes glittered as diamonds as she looked at him. Without noticing it, SCOURGE's face went red, and the girl just kept staring. "She should stop staring at me like this. It makes me feel uncontrollable." With an intense look, he stared back and returned her diamond look. "She is so pretty. I want her like nobody else could want. She must be mine." Dazed by the impact, he stood up and realized she was doing the same. Then suddenly an uncontrollable feeling came. It flowed through his body and filled his mind with many dirty thoughts. He shook his head. "I never had such pervert thoughts in my mind. This is just unreal." As the girl spoke, his body became stiff. He couldn't move anywhere. "Hey, I'm really sorry. I've just been in Hazel and Basil." He still stared at her. His eyes still were on her, and she just turned around and walked to her friends. After calm down, he got to class. After school, he went home. It was already dark. He went to the kitchen and looked at the knives. He snapped his hand at the black little handle. The silver shining blade fascinated him, and his crystal blue eyes glowed in the dark. He grabbed the knife and put it into his pocket and ran out of the house. At the park, a couple walked on the way in front of him. He couldn't control himself anymore. He crept slowly to the couple without their noticing. Then, with a gloomy look on his face, he walked like a shadow behind the woman. The woman looked behind her and let out a scream. After that, the attention of both was on him. "Don't move or else you will die," he whispered. The couple stared at each other. He walked near. Now he stood right in front of them. The woman started to scream. "Please don't hurt us." She started to cry. SCOURGE grinned and started to laugh, but not a normal one. It was a crazy laugh, like only a psychopath will do it. Then he attacked the woman. The man tried to help, but he is powerless against SCOURGE's precise throat cuts. The man cried. He will have the same future as his girlfriend. After pulling the corpses into a bush, he went home. His father had only come a few minutes ago, and SCOURGE crept past him and went to bed. Chapter 2. Collapse. In the morning he had a satisfying feeling, but then a shiver ran down his spine. What was I doing last night? This is not good. What if somebody finds out? But still, I don't regret it either, he whispered. In school he saw the girl with whom he had collided. Why do I want her so bad? I should talk to her, but how? Hey girl, I've just murdered someone, feeling attracted? He looked to the floor and started to cry. Why am I crying? He couldn't control his feelings anymore and started to cough while crying. His tears flowed over his red cheeks. Some students stopped and started to make nasty remarks. They should stop. No, Don't blaspheme about me! Three guys who were much bigger than him grabbed Scourge by the collar of his pullover and hit him. One of those began to say degrading things. Hey, look at that big baby crying in school. All students began to laugh. Oh my, you're totally red in the face. Are you ashamed? Scourge went angry. What allows them to treat me like that in front of all students? He grabbed his knife under his shirt and stabbed him in the throat. A scintillating cracking of the cervical spine indicated that Scourge had damaged the bones. Knowing what he was doing, he turned the knife in his neck again and pulled it out. His face was covered with a shadow, and he grinned maliciously at the other boys. They started to scream and ran away. The rest of the students looked at him in distraction. Then one began to scream and run to the teacher's office. What shall I do? Now everyone knows that I killed someone for sure, even that girl. Scourge grabbed his bag and fled from his school. I can't go home. They will call the police and will catch me up at home. I have to flee forever. In a small dark street he sat down and looked up to the sparkling sky. Now he was alone. Near midnight he went quiet, and the traffic slowed down. Now every 20 minutes a car passed by. Late in the night Scourge fell asleep, exhausted. Chapter 3. Karma. Hello, little brother. Wake up. Enough of playing hide and seek. A known voice said. Scourge awoke. He relaxed when he saw the face of his 17-year-old brother. Karma, how did you find me? Said Scourge, surprised. Oh, that was easy. I just had to follow the rotten smell of betrayal and fear. That was all. Scourge stared at him, surprised by the strange words of his brother. Scourge began to tremble. Oh, don't need to tremble like that. I just came here to say you something, his brother said. What is it? His brother started to grin. Scourge got goosebumps. So, yesterday your father met the police, and now he knows about the 2 murders that you've committed. He never wants to see you again, he said. And now the message from me. Scourge felt how tears forming in his eyes. I killed him. Scourge's tears were running down his cheeks. How could you kill him? He is our father. Karma smiled. I just protect you, Scourge. You can go home now, and everything will be like it was before. Scourge shook his head, repellent. No, we can't. I will never forgive you that. Karma stared durable with his amber yellow eyes into his. Oh, you won't? That's good too. So I can kill you. Karma grabbed the knife and jumped on Scourge. Why is he doing this? But at the moment, I have to protect myself. Scourge grabbed his knife too and tried to cut Karma's throat. Karma laughed. I'm not as easy as that dude in school. I know your tricks, brother. Karma's so strong. Fighting is useless, but he's not that smart. Scourge had already bad wounds and blood came out of his upper body. He stopped struggling and played dead. Karma stopped attacking him and walked satisfied away. He had to cough and could hardly move. He noticed how his body force disappeared from him to nowhere. He just saw a girl's face. Then everything went black. Chapter 4. Michaela Hatsune. Scourge awoke slowly. He felt something cold on his forehead and heard the sound of water. Where am I? At home? Was everything a dream? No, couldn't be. I still feel the cut. Then he opened his eyes. He could not believe what he saw. That was the girl with whom he collapsed. The girl looked at him friendly. Oh, you're awake. That's good. I thought you would die. You had really bad cats. Where are they from? Scourge stared at her. Not important to you. He immediately regretted being so harsh to her and lowered his gaze guilty. Sorry, I didn't mean to sound too harsh. He went red. The girl smiled. No problem. I am used to this. He relaxed. Thank you for curing my wounds. The girl smiled again. Don't need to thank me. It's normal to help a friend. Scourge froze. You're my friend? Really? But you sucked me killing someone. Nobody wants me as a friend, he whispered sadly. The girl was reacting like she didn't hear him. I'm Michaela Hatsune. You can call me Miku. Scourge smiled as good he could. Nice to meet you, Miku. I'm Scourge Sakamaki. Michaela laughed. Nice to meet you, too. Better than the crash in school. She winked. Scourge went red again. Oh shit, she still remember? That's embarrassing. Damn. Miku stood up from the bed and looked at him. So, I hope you will get healthy soon. Rest now. She smiled at him again and went out of the room. Scourge couldn't believe it. This girl saw him committing murder and still help him. He never were that surprised. Why does she help me? Maybe she likes me too? No, not at all. But why can't I push away my feeling? Strange.